In the heart of Brixton lies a well-kept secret.
I first got to know about the windmill when I was housed in a flat nearby, and when I looked out of my living room window I was absolutely amazed to see these sails, and so I came round to the park to find out where these sails were and found that they were attached to a windmill, which was really rather extraordinary.
Ashby's mill worked by wind until 1862. The Ashby family later installed a steam engine to run the machinery. The mill made wholemeal flour until 1934, when the public's desire for white flour forced production to cease. In 2003, a determined local residents group, Friends of Windmill Gardens, was formed.
We've got the largest membership in the whole of Lambeth. We have about 200 members, and we have an army and a force of people who are really really connected to the mill, and they come and help every day like they are today.
It was actually probably about 12 years after I'd moved to the area before I even knew there was a windmill here. I think it's great that we've got this wonderful juxtaposition of a rural windmill in a inner city London borough.
By the late 80s, it was in a poor way. It was damaged. There was pigeon infestation in the cap, and they were getting in, and there were pigeon droppings everywhere, and there were problems of graffiti on the outside of the building. The main aim was to get a lot of money that was required to restore it properly and to get it open again for the public. The weatherboarded cap was totally repaired and much of it was replaced. Before the restoration in 2010-11, there were no shutters on those sails, so now they can be open and closed and they can catch the wind. All the mechanism was checked so that the cap could move easily. And more importantly than anything else probably is that what we call the Provender mill, which was the pair of millstones that were driven by steam power, has been totally refurbished, and that now has an electric motor on, and that now can grind flour. It's really a great learning resource. The fantastic technology of the mill itself, the way wind power is transferred via cogs to drive these enormous heavy stones, which I'm sitting on the vat that's surrounding that at the moment, these great big Derbyshire millstones that actually did the grinding when it was driven by wind power. They learn about where bread comes from, and it doesn't just come off supermarket shelves. It has to be grown as wheat and it has to be ground into flour. It would be great also to be able to produce flour regularly here and maybe have our own Brixton brand of flour.
It's a building that actually motivates a community around it, and I think that's great because people so often talk about London as being a big anonymous city, and you know, there is community out there, but you've got to find it.